How to create wealth. First, let's talk about what you're doing that's not creating wealth, or the opposite of creating wealth. Watching or scrolling videos, like most people do on TikTok, is not going to get you wealth. It's not. Because what happens? You watch one video, get great advice, you get all excited, you save the video. You never watch it again, but you save the video. You make you feel good, you get a dopamine hit, and you think you're doing well. Okay, good. Now you keep scrolling. You scroll to the next one. You get contradictory advice to the first video. Now you're confused, but you feel good that you saved that video as well, that you're never going to watch again. Then you scroll to the next one where you get another dopamine hit, and you feel good saving all these videos with contradictory information. Think about that. The people that have been scrolling my videos for a year now, where are they? What kind of action are they taking? Are they taking notes? Or are they watching my videos for the purpose of entertainment? What's the point of being entertained? Why don't you just go watch Netflix then? At least you don't have to take notes or do anything by watching Netflix, right? It's a false sense of security. It's a false hope, right? Just like religion, it's false hope. It's not going to get you anywhere. If you truly want to build wealth, or better yet, generational wealth, the only way that I know how to do it, it's not by investing in real estate. It's not by buying a laundromat. It's not buying a convenience store, or a gas station, or anything like that. It's not. And by the way, how are you going to get the down payment to buy these businesses, right? The only true way that I know to create wealth is the same way that I did it. Even though I made a lot of mistakes, I invested in real estate, I invested in a lot of things. The only way that I know how to build wealth is by starting a business. I started my first business at 17 years old, made my first million before I was 25 years old. Then I started investing in real estate and doing stupid shit, right? That's like, getting a horse that wins 8 out of 10 races, then taking the food out of its mouth to feed the donkey that's, plowing the farmer's field. It makes no sense. And I made that stupid mistake as well. We make a lot of stupid mistakes. There's nothing logical about the human brain. We deal with a 2,000-year-old lizard brain, literally, that's designed for fight-flight mentality. That's what we're dealing with. If we don't understand what we're dealing with and how illogical we are, like scrolling videos, in and out every day and thinking that's going to create wealth. It's not. Stop fooling yourself. I'm trying to stop fooling myself because I have 6 advisors. Every Friday I have to stand in front of them and to explain to them what I did and how I'm getting closer to my goals and how I'm helping my employees, right? If business owners have to be accountable. If you have a job, at least you're accountable to your boss, but you're making him wealthy, not yourself. Unless you're making, $500,000 a year, you're only making other people rich. You're not making yourself rich because 60% of jobs today are creating homelessness. Yeah, how does that work, Leo? Well, think about that. 60% of people today with jobs are creating homelessness. What happens? They start using credit cards. They start creating a credit card balance at 18 to 27% interest rate. The credit card balance gets bigger and bigger and bigger. How are you going to pay off 27% interest with a salary that's increasing by a few percentage points when inflation is increasing? Well, I'll give you an example. Salaries have increased an average of 27%. Real estate has increased an average of 148%. So your living costs are going higher. Your salary is not catching up. So you're building credit card debt at 27%. How the hell are you going to pay that off? I've talked to a lot of nurses, pharmacists, painters, plumbers, electricians. Lots of people have full-time jobs, are creating credit card debt, and some of them are living in their cars. Living in their cars because they can't afford to, feed themselves and pay for a place to live. So that's your future. I'm sorry to say, but that is your future. I've been saying this for 40 years now, that a job is not going to create, generational wealth. It's not going to create wealth. And it's becoming more and more true. A painter 40 years ago could make enough to buy a house and, put some money aside and, eventually retire. But today, your painting wages, your nursing wages, your even doctor wages, pharmacy wages are not enough to keep up with inflation. When governments can just print money at will, a job is going to make you homeless. Okay, please listen to me. A job is already starting to make you homeless. And I'm talking to the people who have credit card debt. If you don't pay off your credit cards religiously 2 weeks before it's due, you're building bad credit and you're creating homelessness. Okay. Enough bad news, Leo. What's the good news? The good news is you can turn that around. The good news is we can help you start a business. Do not quit your job. Keep your job because your job is paying the bills. Start a part-time business properly. And I'm not saying create more slavery for yourself. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? Start a part-time business with employees that eventually, when you have double your salary in your part-time business, then you can jump over, okay, and start creating a $5 million business. And out of that $5 million business, you want to keep 2%, 8%, 30%, 95%. It's your choice. Okay. But we make choices like this every day. We don't make logical choices. We don't make choices based on accurate advice. I've been studying companies now for over 40 years, which means I've been looking at their financials. What the owner thinks and what the financials say are very different all the time, every time. Okay, so you only look at financials, and financials represent the true picture of a company. So how do you create wealth? I don't know of any other way. There's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts to creating wealth. There's no shortcuts of creating or designing a life. You need a life blueprint, and you need a business blueprint, and you need great coaching, and you need great people around you who are going through the same thing, right? Who are trying to build businesses, who are successful at building businesses. And they can motivate you, encourage you, and guide you with positive peer pressure to guide you in the right direction to make sure you're doing the right things, okay? I only know how to do it because I've only done it that way. I've tried to do it with real estate and the other things. It does not work because return on capital investment real estate is shit, is really crappy, okay? What business can you get 5,000% return on capital investment over a 5-year period? What business? If you don't know that, then you're not ready to start a business. Get your information. Start doing the spreadsheets that we ask you to do on the group mentoring. Group mentoring links are on my TikTok profile. We go live on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Start infecting your brain in a positive way. Join mastermind groups, CEO clubs, mentoring groups, any type of group, but your mind has to change. Post yes below because people are terrified of asking for help. Post yes below is your sign that you're looking for help. Just post yes. We'll see you soon. See you on the live events. See you on the group mentoring events. Again, links are on my TikTok profile. Take care.